Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Dr. Jan Fortman with the Relationship Matters TV show. I hope everyone is having a beautifully blessed morning, afternoon, or evening. Well, we are here in Chicago. Now, this weather is crazy. Uh, 2 days ago, it was in the 20s. And I had on my gloves, and the wind chill, I think, was in the single digits. My fingers were getting cold. So let me tell you about today. It was 56 degrees. Now, tomorrow, what they said, it's going to stop. We're going to start off in the morning with rain and probably end up in the evening with snow. I don't know what, you know what? All you can do really is, like, in the trunk of your car, keep some sandals, keep some shorts, keep a jacket, keep some snow boots, it a down coat. It doesn't really matter, because no matter what, if it's spring, winter, fall, summer, who knows what the weather is going to be. So now, I always talk about relationships. So we're having this schizophrenic relationship with the weather here in Chicago. Well, I don't want to prolong my introduction, because I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful young lady on. She is a singer, a songwriter, a recording artist, and she has one of the best bands here in Chicago. I met her, and it took a while for me to see her perform. But once I saw her performing, OMG, she is just amazing. So let me tell you just a little bit more about Rhonda High Browne before I bring her on. So let's talk about Rhonda. Okay, Rhonda. And I'm pulling up your bio. And of course, since we are doing some technical difficulty things here today on, oh my goodness, on both ends, I'm going to go to a different computer, and I'm going to read the bio from there. Now, crafting a unique name for herself in the musical world, Rhonda High Browne is a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and leader of one of Chicago's hottest bands. And the band's name is Pieces. With her enriching and soulful prowess, this artist empowers Pieces, a collection of talented musicians. And I've seen them. Oh my God, we're going to talk about them. And of course, like a lot of wonderful singers, she developed her talent in the church. And but we're gonna talk a little bit more about, oh, and she was a model. But let me bring her on so you can see. All right. So hello, Rhonda.
Hello, Dr. Janice.
How are you, dear?
Oh, I am doing very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, girl, yes, and even though you are the leader of the hottest band in Chicago, hopefully after our broadcast, you will be the hottest band internationally.
All right, I like the sound of that.
So, this is where I want to start. I see that you started modeling. But you know what? I want to go all the way back.
Okay.
Okay. Uh why did you even start modeling? So you were sitting somewhere, standing somewhere, and someone walked up and said, "OMG, you're the most beautiful woman I've seen. Got to be a model." So how
Well,
did that come about?
I think it was more of time and location.
Okay.
Um, I did some work for Soft Sheen. That's where I really got started. Print work with Soft Sheen. And with the Carefree Curl, are you familiar with that? So they were looking for models for Carefree Curl. And so I was at the right time at the right place, and voila, there it was. I got the ad, and that was mm, back in '82. Yeah, 1982. So
So were you on TV? I kind of remember Soft Sheen.
right, it was print work. So it was mostly on buses, billboards, in stores, point of sale, items like that. On boxes, posters. Yeah, it was one of Soft Sheen's biggest campaigns. Yeah,
Really? OMG.
yeah.
Wow. So how long did you do that? Did you ever walk the runway or anything like that?
Yes, I did some runway. Usually, what happens is, okay, once things like that happen, someone will say, "Hey, I'm doing a fashion show." So they flew us to California, and I did a fashion show in California with a lot of the models. We did Salem, we did some jewel food print work. So all of these models, all of us, we were able to also do the runway and promote other clothing items, things like that. So it was pretty fun. It was really nice. Yeah.
And so how long did you do that?
Oh, let's see. Maybe about 5 years, 5 to 6 years, something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, yeah.
And so you didn't continue your modeling, and was that so because you wanted to go into music?
Absolutely. That was my first love. I went back to school. I studied jazz vocalism and got my degree at Columbia College and started, my own band, my own business, Wedding Love Notes Forever, where we do weddings. I love weddings. I think that's the most exciting time in a person's life. And I enjoy seeing people have a great time and dancing and just being happy and enjoying themselves. So, yeah, um, music, that's my first love.
Okay, so I saw where you started in church. You started singing in church?
Well, I did some singing in church. I did a lot of community. I had one of those moms who, "Oh, come over here and sing the Star Spangled Banner for our community activity this month, and come over here and sing a birthday song for Miss Jones," or So I started doing a lot of different things like that, and then I, started singing in bands and. Um, just anywhere that I had an opportunity to sing. Yeah.
Okay. And so do you consider Okay, so you said that you studied jazz vocalism.
Hmm.
So explain that to me.
Okay, at Columbia College, that was one of the academic categories, if you will. And so I chose jazz vocalism or vocalist. And so what you do is you learn a lot of the great artists, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, a lot of jazz greats. And you learn about different techniques and just a lot of how the music was back then during that time. So it's a wonderful experience. I've met a lot of great people. My coach, as a matter of fact, Bobby Wilson, I went to see her today at the promontory, and she is just simply fabulous. She was performing a lot of the songs that she taught me to sing, so it was great to see them and to see her and to hear her do those songs. But yeah, that's what I did. Columbia College. That's my school.
Okay, so what made you decide to start your own band?
Because you know, let's see, I love music so much, and there are a lot of songs that I do. I don't only just do jazz songs. I do pop. I do R&B. I do a variety of songs, and so I wanted to, pick and choose the kind of songs that I wanted to sing and present at the time. So I wanted to do love songs, or I wanted to do dance songs, or I wanted to do songs that I thought people would be moved by. So I just love all kinds of music.
Oh, okay, but you prefer jazz.
I prefer the variety. I'll be honest with you on that. I like to do it all. I really do. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you keep your voice? How much do you practice?
Oh, how much do I practice? All the time, every day. I try and do. I try and learn new songs. I sing with other bands too, as well. So um, I'm given songs to learn, so I have to practice them and sing whenever I can to be able to stay strong. So yeah.
So now, do you prefer like a huge arena or smaller, more intimate kind of setting?
That's a good question. Um, well, it's nice to have a whole big arena, right? A lot of people to enjoy what you do in your music and what you do. But I also like the intimacy of a nice group of 200 to 300 people in a nice setting, listening groups and parties and things like that. So I'm pretty flexible. I just love good music, and I just love to see people enjoy themselves and have a good time.
Oh, okay. So you said you mentioned like Ella Fitzgerald and so of the great jazz singers,
Hmm.
who is your favorite?
Okay. Um, yeah, Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah. Um, Geez, there's so many really fabulous ones, but those are the two that I studied pretty much and in school, and that I enjoyed their technique. I love how they stylize. I love how they scat. I just love the things that they do with music, word painting. Um,
What's
you know,
word painting?
Word painting is when you're singing a song. Say, for example, if you use the word sad,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sing that song, that word sadly, like sad.
Oh, okay, okay.
So That's called word painting. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So can you scat?
Baba doo dee 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 da ba ba. Baba doo dee da dee doo dee da ba 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 ba. Booba doo dee da ba ba bee.
Well, yes, you can. So, I have always been just really fascinated when I was, especially if you see old Ella, music movies with Ella Fitzgerald,
Mm-hmm.
and you would see her scatting,
Uh-huh.
and I always wondered, how do you do? You just whatever comes into your head, or
Well, for the most part, yes, but there's also a rhythmic line, and it's also following the melody as well. When a musician or keyboard player or a horn player, saxophonist, they're playing a line, and what the artist is doing, the vocalist is doing, is emulating what that musician or that jazz player is doing, or they play around with the melody, and you still hear the melody in the scatting. So it's and it's a feel. So when you're listening to it, you can, you feel good about what you're hearing because you like how they work together.
okay. So do they teach you that, or is that something that you have to just learn on your own?
It You can be taught. It can be taught. What can't be taught, of course, is the feeling. You know,
Okay.
that's something that you develop, and you gradually move into where it's natural.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm
Mhm.
asking you all these questions because I'll say I used to sing, but
Ah,
wait, and I have I have a brother who's has a jazz trio in
mm,
Texas, and
okay.
I keep telling him I don't know why he doesn't come and let me like sit on top of the piano and sing, and he won't let me. I'm like, but I can sing. I said I can sit and sing My Funny Valentine. He's like, no.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, that's why I was asking you these questions.
Yeah.
I never took singing lessons,
Hmm.
and but I just would sing. I sang in a choir, and then when I was in high school, though, I had this. We had a singing group,
Okay.
and we called ourselves the Sweet Tones, and it was four of us. Then it was three of us. But one day, Jerry Butler came to our school, to one of our programs
Hmm.
in high school.
Yes.
So he wanted to, for us to, he was looking for background singers.
Okay.
And so he wanted us to come and audition to be background singers.
Hmm.
Well, well, look, you do not see me, right, in Hollywood or anywhere, or on an album or anywhere.
You said, well.
Girl, my mother and the other two mothers, absolutely not. And it was like, but we could be famous. No, you are going to college. And the other one, you are going to college. And you are going to college. You are not going to Hollywood. And I was like, he's keeping me from being a star.
And your brother is still saying no, huh?
And yeah, and he's still saying no. I'm like, well, come on now. But yeah, that's why I was interested, in asking you those questions. So so now you have a band.
Hmm.
How do you choose your band members?
Well, let's see. I've had the group that I'm with now for maybe at least 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah, and they're really great musicians. David Flowers is his name is David Flowers Jr., and he's my music director, and he helps me out with RASP. Um, every time this will be RASP 11, and
Well,
then
explain, you're saying RASP.
mhm.
Tell people what RASP is.
Okay, RASP stands for Recording Artist Showcase Premiere, and this would be the 11th one. I started it in 2018. What I wanted to do was to be able to put recording artists out there who have their own original music, and they may do some renditions, but they're all recording artists. They've taken the time to go into the studio, use their monies. We're DIY, do it yourself artists right now. That means we do not have a label. So that means we have to promote our own music. And to sit around and wait for somebody to do that for us is kind of crazy. If we want people to hear our music and see that we are just as worthy as the ones who are on the radio now that are popular, who can afford to have their music pumped into our heads, where you can say, "Oh, I like that song because you've heard it a million and one times." Um, but to be able to just get our music out, to let people know what we do and to appreciate what it is that we do. So RASP has been going on. This is the 11th one. People tend to love it. We sold out last time, which was in April, and that was the first time. So I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping that RASP 11 will do the same. It's just we have food, people come out, some people haven't seen each other in a while, or people meet new people. They just sit back and they enjoy listening to the artist, and that's what it's all about, to for the artist to showcase, this is my song, I wrote this song, or this is my rendition of a cover song. A cover song would be a song that's already recorded by a famous artist. um, and that's what pretty much we do, because that's how a lot of musicians make a living. We go out, we do gigs, we do weddings, we do private events, parties and different things like that, to some of us, to supplement our incomes. And so, you know, we have to do a lot of cover songs. But I think a lot of musicians and singers and songwriters would love for people to hear their music and what they do, and be able to put themselves out there as a unique individual artist.
Okay, so now you're getting back to your band. You said you have a musical director. So what does the musical director? What does he, what does he do?
He
What's the musical director?
he keeps up with all the music and the musicians. Um, Usually, if there are some changes to be made, he makes sure that everyone is on point with the music, for the most part. Yeah. So he directs the band, and he keeps up with whatever material that we're doing at that time.
Does he suggest songs, or suggest things you
Um,
play?
he can, but for the most part, no. They just direct whatever the artist is asking of them to do in terms of the music.
Okay, so now that's the musical director.
Yes.
So, uh, um, what else, or what other band members are part of
Okay.
the
So
band?
you have drums. You have your drummer.
And who is that?
Glover Washington has been with me for the most part. Um, Sometimes I have to do substitutes in case one of the guys are unable to be there. But Glover Washington, and then I have right now Tito Thomas is playing bass, and for the first time this time Dave Jordan is playing guitar with us. So it's going to be really a nice showcase. Um, the artists is we have Michael Ross, we have Carolyn Fitzhugh, we have Vince Abrams, and we have Lady Sax, who's pretty popular. a lot of people know who Lady Sax is. She's actually from Gary, but she plays in Chicago a whole lot. But she's fabulous. Yeah. Um, Hello.
Oh, you know what? I'm talking, girl. Wait a minute. And I'm and I taking me off so I can look at it. Well, anyway, what I had said
Mhm.
was with the different rasps that you have,
Mhm.
do you have the same artist all the time, or do you have different artists each time?
Mostly they're different artists. This particular rasp is kind of like a getting together for the holiday. So I asked the guys and the ladies to come back and do a little holiday cheer. So that's exciting.
And so I see Vincent Abrams on the horn. So that's the saxophone.
That's a
No.
trumpet.
Oh, that's the trumpet.
Mhm.
And Carolyn Fitzhugh on vocals. Is she a jazz singer also?
Yes, yes, she is a very outstanding vocalist. Yes,
Okay. And then Michael Ross, guitar and vocals.
yes, yes. Michael Ross he's played with Ramsey Lewis. These people, most of them have been out here for a while, and they've played with a lot of prominent artists. So he's played with Shaka Khan. Geez, a number of artists that he's played with, or should I say, shared the stage with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm putting it on the screen
Mm-hmm.
so people
Okay.
can see. It says presents a holiday special featuring Rasp performing artists.
Mm-hmm.
Join us for an end of the year delightful evening of smooth jazz, R&B, and a holiday music sing along.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you all are in the Chicagoland area, or even if you want to fly in,
Yeah.
it's Friday, December 15th from 7 to 10 p.m., $50 per person, a buffet included. And the location is the clubhouse at Dolphin Lake, and that's in Homewood, Illinois. So for my viewers, they can see it, and they can either take a screenshot of it, they can tell people, and for more information, they can call 708 417 1929. And I put it up here again so that just in case for people who like, oh, I got to run and get my phone, or they can be like me and like, how do I make a screenshot? You know,
That's kind of one of the best things ever, right? Screenshot.
it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is, you know. But this is a new computer, and they were saying, well, just hit this print screen button. Like, where is that? I did find it. So, Rhonda, I've got to take a brief commercial,
Okay.
and when I come back, I got some more questions for you.
Okay. Sounds
Okay,
good.
all right. Okay, we'll be right back. So this is I enjoy music, and maybe one day I maybe Rhonda can be my music coach and teach me how to be a jazz singer. But anyway, yeah, right, right. So this is what I want you to pay attention to. There's a new show coming up on E360 TV, and here is a little preview.
Yeah,
Cutting the Ties is now out. You can purchase it on Amazon.com in either the hard copy or Kindle. Is somebody in this studio next door? I guess they're cooking dinner. But anyway, um, let's come back here with Rhonda High Browne. Hey, Rhonda, we're back.
Hey, hi, Dr. Jan.
So, tell me about songwriting.
Okay.
So, what inspires you to write a song? What all does it take?
Hmm. Well, usually it takes sometimes a situation, a person, an environment, and you just kind of, well, I have one song that's called Just Say It. And I tell people it's about my husband. And because sometimes he, has a look on his face that he wants to say something, but he doesn't say it. And you want him to say, just say it. So a lot of my friends and family really like the song because they go, yeah, you know what? My friend or my husband, they do the same thing. And I don't understand why don't they just say it? So if you go onto the live stream, if you go onto Spotify or Amazon or any of those platforms, you can listen to the song, Just Say It, and it'll give you an idea of how I'm inspired to write songs or write this particular one.
And so, what other songs have you written?
I have another song that's called Don't Play With Me, I'm Serious.
Ooh.
I have another one that's called Stalker.
Ooh. So, wait a minute. How did that song come about?
Stalker. Oh, wow.
Listen, is that your husband I hear in the background?
Yes, that's him in the background.
Just say it.
Yeah. Well, Stalker it's not what you may think it is. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And it's kind of like back in the day when you see somebody for the first time and you go, oh, wow, I really like that person, So you kind of follow them around or, keep up with them. We didn't have Facebook or anything like that at the time. But, you had an interest in that person. And now it would be considered, a bad thing if you constantly calling or following. But this is just to let a person know, oh, I like you, I'm interested in you. So if you listen to the lyrics, you can hear that it's a fun song and it's a nice song. It's not a bad song. So you wouldn't get arrested for it. You should.
Okay. So you take so do you just like get a thought? I mean, or are you in a particular space or a place or something and that could be a song?
Yes, pretty much so. Yes. Or sometimes there are some phrasings that I come across and I'm like, oh, and I put together that phrase and then I come up with a storyline and then a melody, which is usually sometimes the hardest part is coming up with the melody. Once you have the concept of the idea of the song, it's great when I can put both together, the lyric and the melody at the same time if I can come up with it. And I can do that, pretty much most of the time, which makes it a lot easier. And then I work with other musicians, producers, and we just put it together and then there you have it.
So the process by the time you write the song, I mean, you write the lyrics, you get the music together, and then I guess you will record it. So that process usually takes about how long?
It really depends. Um, it depends on the time that the artist might have, and the musicians might have, and the producers might have. If I come up with a song uh, that's pretty much, let's say if I finish the song and I take it to the producer and I say, okay, this is what I want to do. And then they take it from there. And it may take a few days for them. Sometimes they hear something or feel something that motivates them or inspires them. And they may come back to me and say, what do you think of this? And I'll listen to it and I'll say yay or nay, or I'll add or some things to it. And then we go in, we tune it, and it could take maybe 3 to 4 days if we're consistent.
Okay.
If we're consistent, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's not long.
yeah. No, nope. I did my Christmas CD, which is called My Christmas Room.
Oh,
And it's you can also listen to it on Amazon, Spotify, or any other streaming platforms. And that took maybe about 6 months, I think. Yeah, because a lot of the songs are my rendition of regular Christmas songs, or traditional, I should say, Christmas songs.
okay.
So, and they're just my rendition. And so
Okay.
we pretty much have it together already. We kind of know we're just doing it in a different way. So it doesn't really take that long to do a rendition of a cover song or a song that's been out already for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're performing, do you and you're into your song, do and maybe you rehearsed it with your band a
Hmm.
certain way, but let's say you really get into it,
Hmm.
do you change things, in the midst of singing that song? You know what I'm saying? Do you do what it's not improvised. I forgot what you call it. But like you're singing your song and
Okay.
you rehearsed it with your band a certain way. But
Okay.
now you really into it, you really feeling it, and it comes in your head or whatever to just do something a little different with this phrasing or this line, or do you ever do that? What?
Yeah, yeah. Because you're inspired and you're motivated by the reaction perhaps of the audience. If you have a really good uh, audience that's really listening and enjoying themselves, and they're expressive, and then it helps the artist to really get into the song and um, give it that if you will, if that's what you're looking for, you know. Um, so yeah, you get inspired, and you want to sing it, or you want to convey a certain phrase, as you say, or you whatever it is you want to say. You know, you present it in such a way that hopefully it moves the audience in some kind of way.
And so this show is all about relationships. So you have to form that relationship with your audience.
Yeah, definitely.
So 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 I, so what happens when, let's say you're singing, you're performing, and it's like, wait a minute, you're looking out at the audience and they're just, it's like they're not really into me, or they're not, like, do I need to choose some different kind of songs, or does that ever happen?
Oh yes, I mean, yeah, it, but not often.
Okay, right, because when I was
Not
listening to
often.
you, look, we were all up in there. We were like, woo.
So yeah, we love it when the audience is caught up into what we're doing, and we try to encourage it. So
Okay,
um, usually, if they're bopping their heads or patting their feet or clapping their hands. That says a whole lot about the fact that they are interested in what we're doing. So, and
Okay.
that's a good thing, you know, that's a good
Okay. Okay.
thing.
So now, we have a comment here, and it's from Gwendolyn Dunbar. She says, "Thanks, Dr. Jan. I love jazz, and it sounds like a great outing for the holiday."
Great.
So, Gwendolyn Dunbar, I'm going to put it back up on the screen. So, if you go, you really, you got to walk up to Rhonda and tell Rhonda that you heard all about RASP on the Relationship Matters TV show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what would you tell like young people, not even young people, just people who want to go into entertainment? What would you tell them and be successful?
Well, I would say if it's something you really want to do and you really enjoy doing it, I say go for it and put your all into it. Don't listen to the naysayers. Um, just do what makes you feel good, what makes you happy. Because we all know that this one life that we have, if we don't make ourselves happy, nobody else is going to do it for us. And you don't want to have to say, if I, what is that saying? If I coulda, woulda,
Yeah, coulda, woulda.
coulda, woulda, you know, it's better to just say, okay, I'm going to jump into this and I'm going to do it and I'm going to give it my all. And usually it's a good thing because you're happy. And isn't that what we all in pursuit of?
Yes, yes, yes,
You know? And if
yes.
music makes you happy, I know it makes me happy, you know.
Okay.
Then you know, do it and be continuous with it. Be intentional with it, stay focused with it and enjoy it. And you know, and usually you'll be successful.
Okay. Well, some questions have come in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The first one that came in said, "Who was your mentor?"
My mentor, like I said, Bobby Wilson was my coach. In fact, I went to see her today at the Promontory, and it was really nice to be able to watch her perform and to see some of the things that I've learned from her as a performer. So yes.
And the other question that came in is, "How many octaves can you sing?"
Let's see. I can do an octave above C4, if you know what that means.
Okay, so I know middle C.
Yeah, that's
I know high, going up one
and
octave.
then the next one, yes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So like first soprano.
I could do mezzo and I could do soprano and mezzo soprano. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like alto, but
Okay.
but when I was singing, my coach, Flora Robinson,
Hmm.
um, she had me doing first soprano.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
That's what they tell you, and they tell you that too.
You can do it. I'm like, I can't get up there. Yes, you can.
And then you
Yeah.
do the runs, right? Did you teach you the runs to go up and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And you know that usually they say you're a little lazy when they see the potential and you
Yeah.
don't go for it. If they think it's because you're maybe don't be lazy. That's the kind of thing that they say.
Yeah. It wasn't that, but I like harmony. I like to harmonize.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I preferred alto. So I was first alto,
yeah.
but then she was like, no, no, you are first soprano. So yeah, I would get up there. So
Yeah, yep. See, so she saw it in you. She knew you
she
could
did.
do it.
She
And
did.
that's what you need, and that's what a good coach will do. They will push you to your, utmost. So that was good. That was good. I'm gonna have to talk to your brother.
Yeah, you know what? I hope he's watching. You know, he usually watches. I'm gonna talk to him too. I'm gonna tell him, you need to invite Rhonda. He's in Dallas. I'm gonna tell him you need to invite
Oh,
Rhonda down to sing. Come on.
oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. And then you can come with too, and then we'll
Yeah,
we'll show him what you can do, right?
thank you. And so this other question that came in is, I guess it's from all what you've been saying just then about people about being pushed
Hmm.
and recognizing. Do you teach jazz singing?
No, I don't teach. I do. That's all I can say.
Have you ever thought about it?
uh, Not really. To be honest, not really. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No one has ever asked me to teach them, so I wouldn't say that I wouldn't if someone wanted me to help them with something. I just, have never been put in that position.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, if what I'm trying to find here, okay, here it is. This, people, is where you can go to get Rhonda High Browne, singer, songwriter, recording artist. This is what I put on the screen is her URL, and you can get her app, and you can see all about Rhonda, um, her bio, um, just all kinds of great information about Rhonda. So take a screenshot, or if you're like me and don't know where it is, pick up your phone, take a picture, so you can learn all about Rhonda from there. And as I said, I'm going to put it up again because I want people. If you did not get a chance, let me find it. If you did not get a chance to see where Rhonda and her band Pieces is appearing, here it is. It's called Rasp. It's Friday, December 15th. So let me take her URL off, and then that way you can see. Okay, let me take it off here. That way you can see it's Friday, December 15th from 7 to 10 p.m. Admission is $50 per person. And if you want more, and it includes a buffet. And you all, uh, I'm going to give you just a tip. As soon as they put that food out, get in line.
That's right.
Like I was like, oh well, I'll just wait. What? I was like, where is all the food? So, so, and the food is delicious. So the admission is $50 per person, buffet included. And the location is the clubhouse at Dolphin Lake, 2100 West 183rd Street in Homewood, Illinois. Take a screenshot. And if you don't know how to take a screenshot, as I said before, just use your, now I can't even find it, take it off. Just use your phone. And when you use your phone, just take a picture of it. So, Rhonda, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me on your show. It's an honor because you are such a wonderful person. I'm
Oh,
so
girl, thank
glad
you.
I was like, oh, thank you. And thank you for coming out to RASP. So you're speaking from experience. You've seen
Yes,
the show, so you know what we do.
yes,
Like I
yes.
said, we sold out last time. So if anybody's interested in coming, get your tickets right away. because we really don't sell them at the door. So just call the number 708-417-1929 and we'll get you squared away.
Okay, and she's right. She's right because it was sold out, and she had to find us some seats. Like, where we gonna sit? So yes, so be sure, and if you didn't get it, this is will be on YouTube and other platforms. So tell people, tell everybody. Honestly, you will thank me. So thank you so much, Rhonda. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you being my guest.
Thank
And
you.
looking forward to RASP.
All right.
So
Happy holidays to everybody.
and the same to you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And she's right, people. Honestly, that's why I had her on the show because, oh my God, I hadn't seen her, and I was like, OMG, she is very, 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 very talented. And I'm not sure if I will be here next Thursday or not. I might do an encore, or I might be here because what is the 4th is my birthday. So and the show is after my birthday. So I might come on and tell you all about how I celebrated my birthday, or it'll be a birthday show. I'm not really sure. But on December, did I say December 4th? My birthday is December 5th. Oh Lord. Well, anyway, on December 5th is my birthday, and I will be 82 years young. You know what? Maybe I will come on so I can really talk about, how to stay active, how to keep moving, and just, how to really kind of still be going strong when you're an octogenarian. So anyway, so maybe you'll see me, maybe you won't. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. And remember, there are all kinds of relationships, and there are all kinds of relationships matter. Relationship matters. All righty. See you all either next week or week after next. Bye bye.